Oh yes, Legends, we are live. How's everybody doing? Make sure to destroy the like button on your way in, Legends, because I got a good one for you today. The price action hasn't been doing much. We just got a little dip yesterday. We finally held that major support that we were talking about on yesterday's live stream. Whoever was paying attention, we were just looking at a level to get a reaction, potentially get a nice bounce, and we did, right? We just got a little drop of a few $1,000s and a pump of a few $1,000s. We'll be explaining in detail what was mentioned throughout yesterday's stream. We are more focused on what is happening locally here, guys, because if we talk about major levels, all-time high, and coming down below $90,000, we are very much inside of a big range, okay? So we need to look at internal levels of resistance and support and talk about what is happening locally, right? I think we've fed up right now of all-time high for Bitcoin, right? We're going to go to $130,000, $150,000, or we are going to dump down below $90,000 because there's lots of liquidity at 70K. Let's just focus on some internal scalping levels. This is what we do every single day here on YouTube. Now, this is what we talked about yesterday, Legends. Yesterday, we talked about a possible fake out beneath the $101,000, right? Where we're looking for a possibility of this green box to maintain, right? Get a fake out, test the higher lows, and get back above to get that bounce. Make sure to pay attention on this breakout. If it is a fake out and we get back above, it's giving us a possibility for a long position. We had higher low support, we had anchored VWAP, we got sweep of the lows, the previous day value area high, okay, which we did dip into, right? This is the classic fake out, breakout kind of moment, right? Where you get the reversal and you get back above the price action. So when we do analyze that price action here, on the 5-minute time frame, that is where we had the previous day value area high. Those were the lows that we were paying attention here. We do not want to break out from these lows. We want to fake out from those levels, right? And then get that movement to the upside. We were paying attention to 50% Fibonacci retracement that was hit right there, and we got above, getting this nice bounce, okay, of a couple of $1,000, nothing too major. We're not getting moves of $5,000, but this was the zone to pay attention, to look for the fake out. And if we get back above the zone, start thinking in a potential long with your stop loss beneath the low to look for that recovery. Now, obviously, this is a zone to take some profits, okay, because we are hitting the previous day point of control. We can see previous day point of control, a large volume spike right there, which is basically being the resistance of the last few hours. So overall, the only level for a long position, the only level of interest to speculate in a long was a fake out from this green box. It's important to get the recovery because that is the moment that you're taking the decision to get into that long trade setup that has happened throughout late last night, early this morning, right? Depending on where you are, as you can see by the video update, right? By the live stream yesterday. Guys, the only long that I would attempt would be a fake out from this zone and getting the bounce. That is what happened. So that's what we do, guys. We do create plans here and we wait for those levels to come, right? As mentioned yesterday on the stream, we cannot decide wherever the price action is to get into a long or get into a short. We need to study the waves, the analysis, and the confluence levels, create a plan just like this one here yesterday, and have those levels ready on the chart and wait for the price to come to your plan and then execute that plan, right? So overall yesterday we got that bounce, we got the fake out from this zone, sweeping up the lows, holding very nicely here. Very nice fake out, no volume, no major breakdown, managing to recover back above throughout the last few hours. If you do enjoy the content, guys, this is what we do. We look for scalping day trading opportunities, right? If you're holding a bag of crypto and expecting to become a millionaire or make significant gains overnight, well, I have to say we need to be patient, right? We need to be patient on certain cryptos. Will we get that epic bull run and massive gains? Like I said, we might just be doing a 3, 4, 5x on some cryptos in the next coming months. Maybe nothing too explosive, but we are here to trade the markets. We are here to look at the levels, okay? Just as we do every single day. Let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. Chris, how are you doing? Like the button smashed, says Chris. Thank you. Werner, my man, much love to you. Jarbel, Andy is waiting for confirmation. Yes, sir. Andy, always late. Always, my man. Just a few minutes, but I am here, right? I am here. Can we look at GST? We can take a look at many altcoins, guys, for sure. Yusuf, is Ethereum making a huge head and shoulder pattern on the 5 minute? We can analyze that right away, okay? Give me a few seconds here. We're going to be going through Bitcoin most importantly, all right? Because we need to analyze the local possibilities, right? We got new fresh price action created since yesterday's live stream, which was expecting a bounce. I was expecting a bounce if you faked out from these lows, okay? So now we got this new price action. What can we look for to map, okay, according to Elliott wave theory and different confluence levels where we could find a trading opportunity? This is actually an okay short level. This is something I was talking about in the Legends trading community. I didn't like it too much. I was already in that short here from this double top, compounded a little bit ever so slightly on that short. But overall, it's getting choppiness. We're getting resistance from the previous day point of control. I do favor the possibility of going higher. However, it's hitting resistance, right? And we are scalpers and day traders. And if we have a local resistance, despite that we do see the bullishness to the upside, well, we are going to be basically, taking a trading setup with good risk management if possible, right? So now that we got this new price action, what comes next? What are the next major levels? What are we looking at here? That's what we're going to go through, guys. Remember, yesterday we were talking about some shorts, higher levels, but we got the pullback. And we were only talking about one big major long position, which was hitting that 100,900, get beneath it, get the fake out, and get the bounce, okay? This is the zone, the only level that I was interested in speculating for that long, which happened very, very nicely, as you can see with this V shape, right? So 𝗕𝗏𝘆, my man, shout out to you guys. If you don't know who 𝗕𝗏𝘆 is, make sure to go and check him out. He's here. He is a moderator. He's in the comment section. Smash the like button for the YouTube account. My man, much love to you. Let's go. Go and check him out, guys. He's in the comment section. If you don't know who 𝗕𝗏𝘆 is, you need to go and check him out. 𝗕𝗏𝘆 Trading, guys. Go and check him out. He's a coach in the Legends trading community as well and provides daily updates on the price of Bitcoin mainly. Go and check them out, guys. Let's go right away through the comment section and then we will go. James XRP, hello, how are you? Kevin, Peter, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Yes, it is. It's hump day. Hey, Andy, how do you think the FOMC news will affect the price? That is a very good question. We never know really if it is going to be very bullish or very bearish, how the market is going to react at these news. It's just a big speculation, right? So we got interest rate decision in about 6 hours from now. Yeah, around about 6 hours and 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Interest rate decision, Fed press conference, guys, in about 6 hours from now, right? 6.5. Be cautious trading in this moment, right? Because we could get major pumps of thousands of dollars or major dumps, right? So make sure to be defensive with your crypto positions. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. Now, yes, guys, as we do get that like button, let me just confirm here. Let's look at 𝗏𝗏. Yeah, we'll take a look at 𝗏𝗏. Hi, Andy Pandy, almost at 100K subs. So proud. Lots of love from Costa Brava. Guapo, says Lauren. Lauren, much love to you. Strong follower from a long time ago. Haven't seen you in a long time, Lauren. I hope you're doing good. Hope your trading is doing good. But yeah, nice to see you around. I remember very much you. She's Spanish. I remember that you are Spanish. Much love to you. Jackie Wood, I got my mother here always giving support. Anyway, guys, let's see how many likes we can get. As I do get my water, because I forgot my water, guys. I was getting everything ready. Let's get above 100 likes. And I'll be back in 10 seconds. Gonna get my water. Smash up the like button, guys. We could be talking about the trading setups where we can scratch some dollars off the market, guys. Just like yesterday, sweep over these lows below $100,900 and get the bounce, okay? This was the longing zone. We're gonna be talking about more levels today and different waves and setups, and come with a strategy, guys. Come with a strategy as we are mapping the price action. Let's get that like button smashed. Above 100, guys. Yes, we are back. Someone was asking me, when am I going to do a meetup here in Dubai? That is a very good question. I think we should be doing one because I do think there is some followers here that do live in Dubai, and we might do a Dubai meetup here at some point in the very near future, preferably before the summer, before it gets really hot. So this is something I'm going to think about, and we'll be creating a group for that, guys. Okay, I would love to meet dozens of followers, right? If they are Dubai or nearby, right? It would be absolutely awesome. You need a Red Bull, I think, says Raul. I'm pretty good. I've got my coffee. I've had 2 coffees today already. So yeah, overall, I'm good. I had a job at 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫, but now I am practically trading full time. So I'll be back around here to see for sure. To see you for sure, buddy, says Lauren. Absolutely awesome. That is awesome. 𝗕𝗶𝗆. Right. Let's go. Trading, Bitcoin levels, Bitcoin scenarios. So today I was in the live stream for a bit on the Legends Trading community, and we've been talking about this major move to the upside. Now this is, very interesting move to the upside. Can we consider this? Let's talk about the bullish case, right? The massive bullish case. Now, a 112 here is not looking too great according to the micro counts. There is a possibility, though, that we have formed a contracting diagonal. Just because we have this wave 1. And what I like about this movement to the upside, it is a pretty clear 5 waver, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Just a nice classic impulsive move, right? Either in an ABC, right, or a 1 wave, right? So this is clearly a nice move to the upside. Now, what is interesting here is the next correction. So you got this wave, and then you get this momentum to the upside. There, you could arguably discuss there is a little bit of an expanding move right over here, forming that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you have another wave right over here. You could arguably discuss that all of this is 1 wave, right? So you do have 1, 2, 3. You got 3 peaks there, 5 waves with an expanding wave 1, right? A little bit extensive wave 1, sorry, and a bit of an expanding move right over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could arguably discuss this as another wave up, right? And then you have this one, and then the double top, right, where I, got into an aggressive short yesterday. You have possibly kind of a contracting move here, okay? It does look pretty okay for this to be a contracting move, right? You can count the microwaves. It is definitely a possibility. Now the question is this a correction that has happened, right, throughout yesterday where we were, speculating on that level of confluence, right, for that bounce in this zone, right? Mentioned on yesterday's stream, this was the biggest level to get that bounce, right? We talked about the confluence there, right? Many different, explanations on why this could be a fake out zone and get the bounce, explained on yesterday's live stream. So could this be a correction, right? Because from the high of yesterday, which double topped, right? Acceptable for an aggressive short. We had a bit of a 3-wave move, right? It is very 3-wavy. You can't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way you can count this. This is nada, right? This is a 3-waver, right? This is a 3-wave move down. Could this be an ABC? And this is a contracting move, right? That's the first thing that we are, speculating on here now on the stream. If that were to be the case, then eventually we are looking for more upside. We are looking for more upside in this bullish case scenario. Something interesting is about this movement to the upside in a wave one in a contracting move, you did come down to the common target zones for either your wave B or your wave 2, right, which is 50%, almost 618, right? That is a common zone. 50% to the 7.8 is common for your wave 2. And for your wave B, it can be from 382 to catching the low here for a flat, right? Which was not the case. So overall, 50%. Could this be a wave 2? Absolutely yes. Could be in the formation of your wave 3? Could we be in the formation of your wave 3? And this is your first initial wave 1, you're forming your 2, and then your 3. It's a possibility. Let's leave it that way, right? It's a possibility. So if we do consider that bullish case scenario, right, where would I speculate on a possible long setup, right, for a wave 2? If we are looking at this as 1, 2, and now we are building up the third wave, however, we are just in the first wave 1 and 2, then we need to take a look at some Fibonacci levels and confluence areas, right? For the moment here, we are above the previous day value area low. We were getting resistance now the last few hours at the previous day point of control. Kind of acceptable for a short with very good risk management on double tops here. You can manage risk accordingly. Not the most beautiful level of confluence. However, we can manage risk. If we can manage risk, we can take the shot, right? So now we're getting that resistance. Does this look impulsive or does it look corrective? This is so many macro waves here. This does not look incredibly nice either for an impulse or a correction, right? Very, very confusing price action here. A lot of micro waves here. So it's making it difficult to believe, right? Is this, an impulse move or is it part of a correction, right? This has been a movement down, correction, and we're just going to roll back down here. So a little bit confusing here with this move. So we just need to go with the next waves, right? Next waves and next confluence areas to come with a trading plan, right? Okay, so the bullish case scenario, right? We are considering this as a first leg up, all right? Maybe from a third wave, right? Is it possible? Is it possible that we do this? What we need to understand is our local levels of support. What are our local levels of support? Well, for the moment, the previous day value area low was a bit of resistance, not really much here. We had a nice staircase here with consistent bullish CVD divergence. This correction is going to be interesting, right? For the moment, what I do see is this movement down, this movement up. This next move is going to be, is going to give us a lot of information, right? Let's just leave it that way because this could be the zigzag correction before we get to higher levels. Let's talk about the levels where I want the price to find support. First of all, the previous day value area low, right? Previous day value area low, which we managed to, get inside previous day value levels, right, today. I would not like to see the price dropping down successfully from this level. If we do so, I do think we could get a little bit more of an aggressive drop. However, we're going to be paying attention to see what the heck is going on here, right? Previous day value area low, as I do have it on the chart. If I do get Fibonacci from the pivot low, all right, of late last night to the pivot high of today, the 382 Fibonacci is sitting where we have the previous day value area low. Now, this is a shallow wave for a wave 2. If this is a wave 1 and this is going to be a wave 2, 382 is a shallow correction, okay? Not common at all. Most commonly, you would go to 50% to the 7.8. So if we're speculating on the bullish case scenario, this would be a bit of a too shallow pullback. We could bounce at the 382, but it's too shallow. Let's recognize it is a shallow pullback to then recover and go to higher levels. So preferably, I would say we drop down the previous day value area low, right? And we look for the daily open. Today's open is a good level just because we have the golden pocket from the low of yesterday to the high of today, right? Simple. Golden pocket with the daily open. And the VWAP, we're very, very close. Yeah, VWAP is trying to hold as support as we speak today throughout the last few hours, right? We've got a bounce right over here. We're getting a small reaction right over here at the moment, trying to hold as support. However, we do have a chance, in my opinion, to form a little bit of a zigzag move here, okay? Whether it's going to find a reaction at the 382 Fibonacci or it's going to break down. So for me, for a long position, very shallow. I would consider this being shallow as well, even though we could bounce. So I would rather see a nice move down after the recovery that we had yesterday, okay? So overall, the levels of reaction, 382 with the previous day value area low. And what I want to consider here is the CVD divergence, right? Are we going to find any bullish CVD divergence? That would be the ideal scenario, right? CVD, whether you're looking at it on CoinGlass, XOchart, AGGR, right? We want to have lower lows on the CVD, preferably from that pivot low that was created yesterday. So as we do get that movement down, we want to start seeing lower lows on the CVD, right? We're pretty far away still in forming bullish CVD divergence, right? We're still very far away here in getting those lower lows on the CVD. So no big major bullish CVD divergence, unfortunately, all right, from this pivot low. Will we get them from the next pivot? Very possible. It is very possible. The next pivot, slightly higher, right, which is this one. Could it happen from this point? Absolutely. We're not that far away in the blue, as we can see. So it's a possibility. We want to see the CVD going low. We want to see a nice drop on the CVD to be confident that this could be a zigzag, right? This could be a zigzag move, corrective move. This is going to be shallow. It's not going to be easy, even though it is support. We got previous day value area low. We do have the 382 Fibonacci. It's just a very shallow pullback. If we do consider the one-to-one extension to the 1236, which is common for a wave C, then eventually this would be very shallow at the previous day value area low. It's the one-to-one extension. Could we hit 236, common for a wave C, and then get the bounce? That is coming down to the 50% Fibonacci. It's not going to be an easy decision. Let's leave it that way, because we do have a bearish case, guys, that I want to go through, all right? Preferably, we get a larger move down, okay? The golden pocket is the best level with the daily open, in my opinion, hitting the 1.618 extension here. This would be the ideal scenario for a bounce, without a doubt, okay? So it's not going to be an easy zone here. Could we fake out from previous day value area low? Right, form an ABC. It's a possibility, okay? Let's see how we get down there. And that is one area of confluence that it will be a bit aggressive, in my opinion. It will be aggressive. Preferably we go lower. We actually break down here. And then, you know, obviously we're looking at this level to maintain as support as we form bullish CVDs, right? That would be the ideal scenario, okay? So a bit of a dangerous area this is. A bit of a dangerous area to speculate on some longs, just realizing that this zigzag could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It could be an A, B, C. You extend a little bit and then you find some support and you bounce. Anything here is dangerous, in my opinion, for a long. We're getting a drop right now at the moment. So we're going to see if we do get that continuation down, all right, to hit those major support levels. What other scenarios do I see, right? This would be the bullish case, which is possible. The bullish case, which is very much possible, because we can count beautifully here a contracting move, right? A contracting move right over here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a beautiful zigzag move here to the downside right over here. It's crystal clear that, you know, from this move, this is what you would see. So we have to consider this as a first initial wave 1, right? A first initial wave 1, and what we are looking at right now is your wave 2 in this movement. This would be very shallow. This is just, if we reverse from here and we pump, it's just very shallow to be confident in a long position, okay? In my opinion. If you want to go and long ahead, then we are forming a local double bottom right now. It is still very shallow for me. This is a very, very shallow. Slight double bottom from today's lows right there. a bit of an aggressive long, sweep up lows. Very shallow for an ABC zigzag. This C wave is very shallow. They are usually a little bit more explosive. So too aggressive in my opinion, but if you can manage risk, we only just tapped the low the last minute. Yeah, for me, it's not even, not worth it. Not worth it in my opinion. So let's talk about the other scenarios, right? This is the pure speculation right now that, you know, let's see how we react at the previous day value area low. Ideally, you get a movement down and you get back above. That would be a sign of strength. You form an ABC and you get back above. That is if you do not hit the daily open. As long as we below the previous day value area low, I am not interested in any trade setups. This is a no trade zone, in my opinion. If we get back above, this could be a sign of strength for the fake out, just like yesterday. This zone is a no trade zone for me. Remember, catching here the low is very complex, right? If any long is possible, is in the recovery. In the recovery with your stop loss at the low, and you're looking for the price to recover after that fake out from these lows, as mentioned yesterday. So this would be a no trade zone. Just for me here, this is a no trade zone, and I need to see proof of support to believe that this is going to be a zigzag and we get back above, and this would be the low, the lows, the levels for me to get into a long position. I'm targeting the highs and higher, right? But I want to see that recovery. So this is going to be my stop loss range, where I'm looking at a long position here, stop loss here, and eventually I'm looking for the local highs of today and very likely the breakout of these highs right over here. Okay, that is if we were to form a third wave. Because if this analysis is correct, what we are looking at here is a pretty intense breakout. Why? Because we have already our initial movement to the upside here in a contracting move in a possible wave 1 or wave A, doesn't matter, it's a 5-wave move, and here you have a zigzag, right? And if this is correct, we got a move here to the upside and a correction here to the downside. If this were to be correct, and this is a first wave 1, wave 2, what are we looking at here is an explosive wave 3, and then, you know, 4, 5. Right? That would be the idea here. If this analysis is correct, we are looking for more upside, and the zone that needs to hold is literally the previous day value area low with a fake out. We need that fake out. We need to get back above. We need to get back here in this zone to trigger that long and have a stop loss, because then what we're looking at is momentum to continue. If we break down and we do not recover, we're coming down to that level now as we speak. You know, it was very, very likely a zigzag. You would usually get an extra push down. If we do not recover from this level and we just continue to the downside, the next level to pay attention for that fake out and recovery is the daily open and the golden pocket from the pivot low of yesterday to the pivot high. So I'm not interested in trading beneath this level because we might break down and claim the lows. No trading setup here. And only a long position if the price manages to get back above the daily open and the golden pocket, right? See if it does maintain as support, and look for the long position here. Same scenario, however, you got a better trading setup right there, which is stop loss beneath the low of the fake out, stop beneath the low of the fake out, entry zone on the recovery, and here you're looking for the highs to be taken off today and even higher, right? But we need the fake out confirmation. We're just coming down to that level. It's moving down. It is moving down. We're just breaking down right now from that previous day value area low. Will it be a fake out? Let's see the CVD divergence. It's moving down. That's what we want to see. It's what we want to see, at least from this pivot. Let's see if we do manage to form a lower low right there on the CVD. Very possible, could be on the formation. For the moment, we're breaking down, no rush, no rush. We need to see proof of support. We need to see some kind of reversal. This could be a zigzag move. Okay, so now that we talk about this scenario, right, if this were to be bullish, can we consider a bearish case, right? Is there a bearish case, or are you just bullish and you're looking for the zone to hold as support? What if it doesn't, right? What is the bearish case scenario, right? Overall, let's zoom out ever so slightly here on the 15-minute time frame and give you that explanation. By the way, if you're new to the channel, if you did join on yesterday's stream, the plan was pretty clear for a long position. It was this green box looking for a fake out. We faked out from the green box. We managed to get back above, giving us that nice bounce of a couple of $1,000. Nothing too crazy. We bounced about $2,000, right? Which is good for a day trade. Come on, you know, I mean, it's a nice move. That's what we do on the channel. We try and spot local internal levels, all right, regarding the, you know, a little bit of Elliott wave theory and what are the probabilities and what is our best confluence and how to take action on a trading setup. I shorted yesterday on this double top scenario, compounded ever so slightly, being very defensive here, using Weeks, guys. Weeks, great platform. Make sure to check it out. You got the best bonus down below, guys. And you also sign up with an email and a password. That is it. 50% fee reduction only with my link down below in the description, guys. It is the second link down below. Check it out, guys. Weeks. You can trade with just an email and a password. So let's take a look right now before we go through the comment section, right? What if these levels do not hold as support, right? What if, you know, none of these levels mentioned, right? What is the bearish case? When I do take a look at this price action like we have been doing throughout the last few days, you know, from all-time high, this looks extremely corrective, right? It just looks very, very corrective. I cannot come with an extreme bearish case scenario from the movement down from all-time high, right, that we had from last week. This just does not look bearish. It does not look bearish. I have to say, this movement does not look bearish at all. Because on a bearish move, when you form a wave 1 and a wave 2, you want to start breaking down in a wave 3 very aggressively. Now, the most bearish case here is a double 1-2, where you have a 1-2, 1-2. You are in the formation of 3-4, right, to finish your wave 3. All of this would be your wave 3. This is why a double 1-2, the second 1-2, is part of your higher time frame wave 3, right? Which, yeah, I don't like it. And there's a reason why I don't like this, and I don't see it highly likely. This is why I'm not too bearish. I don't see a bearish move down to 95, 94. However, we have news today. Whatever, anything could happen, right? We might have a sell-off of $10,000 on Bitcoin. But overall, it's the unlikely scenario, regardless. So why am I so confident, right? I'm confident that, you know, this to be a wave 1-2 and 1-2, and we break down here between today and tomorrow, is because of the latest 1-2. The second 1-2 right there from the top of the correction, which is here, right? This impulsive move down starts from here. All of this is part of a correction. You have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and no more 4-5s here, right? It's a very 3-wave move. Now, taking a look at this 3-wave move down, if we would have considered a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then your fourth wave is literally almost overlapping your wave 1. It is getting above the golden pocket, which is already invalidating the possibility of this to be a wave 4 and coming down in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, you know, the bears are losing probabilities here. The bears are losing probabilities. You know, this is very corrective, not too much steam to the downside, not creating strong impulsive moves with 5 waves, which is telling me, hey, this is a 3-wave move. And this right over here is a 3-wave move. So, you know, you're looking at this to be more like a WXY kind of structure, right? Very corrective. It doesn't look convincing to me to say, you know, this is a double 1-2 and we're going to break down in the next coming hours. The price is bearish. We formed a double top on the price of Bitcoin. It's over, guys, right? No, you know, thanks to this move that we formed since last week, you know, it's making me feel confident that all of this dancing around that we are going to be forming here, you know, is going to be corrective, and we're going to head up back to all-time high at some point, right? Regardless of whatever happens here. So what is the other, you know, that's the only bearish case scenario, to be honest. What would be another bearish case scenario if we formed, yeah, I mean, for this to be bearish, you know, one bearish case here, if you do form a 3-wave move here, for us to be bearish, we would have to form a 3-wave move here and potentially another 3-wave down, a 3-wave up, and a 3-wave down, and you're forming a contracting move. I mean, that's the only kind of local bearishness that I would see that would take days to form, and we're still ranging. But regardless, if we do form this, we're still going to get a breakout to the upside. So whatever happens, right, it just does not look bearish, and all-time high is highly likely, okay? So I don't see anything that is alarming for me to believe that the price is going to break down to $90,000 or below. So overall, market looks still bullish, even though a lot of people, you know, would say that this is just a classic double top, and you've tested the lows of the range for a liquidity grab, and you tested the highs of the range for a liquidity grab. And now we've claimed liquidity down and up, forming a double top. So there's no reason for the price to actually push up, right? We should be coming down because we've tested the lows and the highs of the range. But it's not like that, right? All of this price action that we formed throughout the last week has given us a lot of information telling us that this is not looking bearish. Now, as we do take a look at the liquidity heat map, we do have a lot of liquidity above $104,000. Most of the liquidity locally is sitting above us, right? I'm talking about locally, right? In between the $98,000 range and the $106,000 range, right? This is from the last few days price action. Most of the liquidity is sitting above us. There's more liquidity above us, as you can see right over here, 104, 105, right? You know, liquidity goes up, right? As we get to 104 and 105, there's not that much liquidity below us. So any movement down, you know, I think that we could be getting a bounce based on the bullish case scenario that has been explained at the beginning of the stream, right? Looking at this as a potential finished wave move up yesterday, because you have a possibility of a contracting move, and this is a zigzag. And now we're just getting ready for the next higher low, right? Which is not going to be easy. Could we come down here to this level, getting a bit of reaction here? This is still very shallow, no major bullish CVDs. You know, like I said, it's still a very shallow pullback. I'm not too confident here. Not even hitting the 1-to-1 extension just yet. Just hitting the 382 Fibonacci. Did we hit it? We just hit the 382 Fibonacci. Still very shallow. It is a shallow pullback. So preferably we do get that breakdown, and we need to analyze what happens in this zone. Shallow pullback, too shallow. I would rather say if we do get an epic bounce from here, I would have to call it a missed trade. It's a missed long setup. Anyway, that's the only thing that I do see. What could we consider? Could we consider, all right, the price breaking down and that this movement to the upside in a contracting move has not finished with an ABC here, and this is not impulsive, and we're going to get one more leg down to the lows, or form a, you know, more of a choppiness here in this range, and then get the movement up. Now, the main reason why I'm explaining this scenario, right, could this correction continue after having this movement to the upside? Possibly yes, because if we take a look at the Fibonacci time from the pivot low here of yesterday to the pivot high, right, of yesterday as well, preferably a correction you finish after the 0382 time, which has finished before. So this correction is very shallow in time compared to the movement up, meaning that we could still be in a correction here. Now, the thing is about forming a zigzag right there is, okay, you formed a zigzag ABC. This right over here, we were speculating on an impulsive move. Could we form a wave 2 and then 3, 4, 5, right? You got 1, 2, 3. We just in the first wave 1 and 2. Or could we still be in a correction just because this correction has been too shallow and we still haven't finished a corrective move? Now, the problem here is that we formed a zigzag. This is a 3-wave move. And in an ABC zigzag, you want a 5-wave, 3-wave, 5-wave down, right, to form an ABC. Now, we've only formed a 3-wave move here, so we need to start thinking of complex corrections, okay? And what do I mean by complex corrections? Well, a WXY, basically, right? A sideways double combo where you possibly formed a zigzag right over here, and here you formed another kind of a double zigzag, right? This is corrective. And as you formed a zigzag right over here, you have a possibility of forming a triangle in this zone, right? In an A, B, C, D, E, and a possible flat scenario, right? Claim the highs one more time, claim the lows one more time. If we were to form this kind of, you know, this kind of price action, say that we get a bounce here, we hit the highs, and then we hit the lows again. This for me would be a W, okay, right over here, X, and a Y. I would still consider this as a contracting move up. However, we formed a zigzag. We got a nice X wave here and a possible double zigzag. There are lots of microwaves here. Very difficult to count this momentum. It might be a triple zigzag. I don't know. It just it looks very, a lot of microwaves here, right? So depending on what happens here, if we do get sideways momentum, we claim highs, we claim lows, we could really consider a WXY. And then the price shoots up. So obviously your best chance would be this leg up, leg down, sweep up the lows and start thinking of longs, start thinking of a double bottom here. However, what could happen is also you form a triangle, right? And it's going to be boring. I wouldn't expect this. You know, because we do have some news in the next coming hours, right? Basically tonight, in about 6 hours, 5 hours from now, about 5 hours and 40 minutes, we do have interest rate decisions. So usually a triangle is when you form boring price action. There's not much going on, okay? Preferably on weekends as well, and you form that triangle. So we have some news, and I think the news is just going to create a bit of volatility. So the flat idea is without a doubt something that I would consider. You might as well just form a flat, right? You're moving down, you come to the news tonight, right? And then you form a big pump and dump scenario, right? When you have news, you have dump and pumps or pump and dumps. We are still considering this structure, okay? We are still considering this structure. So the news is just going to be a bit of distraction. The news will be distraction. It will be a pump and dump, pump, pump, pump. But overall, we are paying attention to this momentum and different movements that could happen in the next coming hours. So if this correction hasn't finished here and we are still inside of the correction, you know, we are basically forming the Y wave, right? Because you do have, right, a W right there in a zigzag. You got the X with a double or triple zigzag. I'm not going to micro count this, but you know, it's still in the scenario. And now you're going to be forming your Y, right, throughout the news event in the next coming hours. Now, there's only two scenarios for your Y. It's either going to be a triangle because you formed a zigzag here. And if you form a zigzag on your Y, well, you only have two options here. On your W, sorry, you formed a zigzag on a W here. You only have two options for your Y. You have a triangle or you have a flat. And the flat would be nice based on the news, right? If we come down, you know, we're just chopping and then we get the pump and dump scenario, it would be ideal, right? Because then the liquidity grab of the lows, I mean, it's really, really pure speculation, this is, right? But I would be paying attention to the news just in case we do form a pump and dump here. The overall bullish CVD divergence will be still forming. So I would really consider that a possibility. Overall, all of these scenarios that we are looking at, okay, could we form a double zigzag? The fact that we've retraced all the way up here to the 7/8 Fibonacci, a double zigzag, which is a WXY zigzag and a zigzag here, either in a double or triple on the micro counts, and then another zigzag here to claim the low. The fact that we've retraced so far up here, if we do get above the 7/8 Fibonacci, it decreases the probability to form a double zigzag. So it still could happen. It could still happen. I would be looking at this as a potential double bottom scenario. And it's not going to be an easy double bottom, right? It will be kind of a get aggressively move to the downside, sweep up the liquidity that you have here, which is not much. I have to say, it's not much liquidity here coming down to the $101,000, $100,000. It's not much liquidity. So we have a lot of liquidity sitting here. So I am leaning on the side that the price action will head up to these highs, $104,000, $105,000, maybe $106,000 before actually coming down to hit this low. So overall, all of the scenarios that have been mentioned, you know, you're mainly looking at the price to take out this high regardless of what happens here. Leaning on the possibility that, you know, this is actually a first initial wave to the upside. All of this is one wave, and all, you know, and we still haven't formed the second wave, right? There is this wave right there. This is why we talked about the bullish case, boom, 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 higher, low, bang, bang, bang. Or the most boring one, which is forming that WXY, and we just have many options here, right? Even taking out the low, there's just many, many options. So if the price moves down aggressively from our levels of confluence, now, right, our next one is the daily open and the golden pocket, right? We are beneath here. This is still shallow. We would have to see some kind of nice recovery here and would consider a potential long, right? Based on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Based on this, a three-wave move, right? We're looking for a three-wave move. We've only got one here and we've only got two. So are we still in the second wave, or have we finished the second wave and we're going to take out the highs from yesterday? According to the timing, we could still hop around in this zone for the next coming hours. So, yeah, overall probabilities are leaning on the side that we are highly likely going to take out the highs here, then actually come down to the lows. So whatever happens here is still going to be corrective choppiness. Worst case scenario is taking out this low, and I would be very interested in looking for a long position if we SFP from this low. So if we just claim liquidity, let's talk about some aggressive entries here, because I mean, taking a look at Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high of yesterday, you know, we have the golden pocket, and golden pocket is the most respected Fibonacci level after the 0.88. For me, the 0.88 is the new golden pocket. For me, it's becoming the most respected Fibonacci retracement, the 0.88. Great for long opportunities, or for shorts, basically for a trade. So if we do sweep up the low here, we form a little bit of a double zigzag right there. Golden pocket. I would be very cautious for a long here. It would be too aggressive. The fact that we are looking at a possible wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3, wave 2s can get to the 50% to the 7-8. So I would rather wait patiently, legends. Let's just, like I said, the daily open might be the one, right, where it just bumps and then comes up. Very possible. So I prefer to see this one. We're currently below this zone. It was shallow for a pullback. Not interested in a long here in this area. Daily open is our next level. If we get back above, boom, 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 we're looking for a long. If we break down aggressively, I have to say the easiest chance here is getting a swing failure pattern and longing later on here, stop loss here. And this could bring an epic move. This is if all of the different levels do not hold as support, or we get a fake out and get back above the level, in this case the daily open at $101,250, which is at the golden pocket from this low of yesterday to the highs, right? If that doesn't hold, then, or doesn't get a swing failure pattern, right, we find a low here and we get back above, this would be the best scenario. And your stop loss is beneath the low, and this could be an epic move up, which will take in between 24 and 48 hours, right? Maybe 1 or 2 days on average to get that recovery. But we are looking for the highs to be taken, and, you know, even higher, you know, because you're forming this wave, and then one more wave up. And this wave could be extremely explosive, or it could just take out these highs ever so slightly, right? And you form maybe an ABC, and then you roll down. Regardless, this is your TP1, and we can always leave some position open just in case we actually get to $105,000, $106,000 and it gets punchy. We start sweeping up these lower highs. So yeah, the plan A is this one. Daily open, form a low, get a fake out, get back above. We got a chance here. If we break down, then we come to plan B. Plan B is this one right over here. SFP from the lows and stop loss beneath the low created, whatever low it is, and look for the highs. So there's two major levels here that I'm looking for a fake out. One we are very close to, and the other one is basically these lows over here. And this is what we need. The price getting back above to consider the long on any of these two levels. Just like this one right over here, get back above the green box zone, the level of support that was mentioned yesterday on the live stream. Break down beneath $100,900 and get back above. The moment you get back above, it's giving you that long trading setup. And eventually we're looking for the next level of resistance. I mean, the previous day point of control was the clearest option where we did get resistance today, right? So overall yesterday, that was the long setup that we mentioned, right? Get back beneath, get back above, consider the long position, stop loss at the low, and we're looking for a move here to the upside. So those are the two levels. Those are the two scenarios. In my personal opinion, we are likely going to take out the highs at $104,000 before, okay, taking out the lows here from before yesterday, Monday, at $98,000 range, okay? So anything in this zone looks very good for a possible bounce when we consider this local structure, we consider this local structure as a just one wave, either in a one wave or an A wave. And this is still part of the second wave or the B wave, meaning that we need one more wave to the upside to take those highs from yesterday, because then we have a three-wave move. Either in a 1, 2, 3, we're going to absolutely rock it, or an A, B, C. Regardless of whatever happens here, the highest probability scenario is to take out $104,000, then $98,000. When we do consider that is the highest probability scenario looking at the technical analysis, it is also where we have more liquidity. There's actually more liquidity above $104,000. We can see it here in the liquidity map. So that is, the liquidity is favoring also the bullish case here locally. Not much more to say, guys. That was the explanation on the different setups. I think it's a matter of remaining a little bit patient right now because the price is in a no trade zone. So I'm just going to put a box here right there. This for me is a no trade zone. Okay, till we actually get down to the daily open or we recover from the previous day value area low, which is an option. And there is several scenarios, right, that have been mentioned throughout the stream, right? Very difficult to consider which one will play out. Okay, we have many options. As I mentioned, right, you got the zigzag here, you got another zigzag here, and now you could be forming a triangle throughout the next coming hours and then get the breakout. You could be forming a flat structure. You bounce all the way up to the highs, then back down to the lows, and all of this becomes a WXY with a flat in your Y. You need to look for the double bottom here, right? And then a squeeze out. Or, you know, the one that does have not much probabilities is 1, 2, just because of the timing. It's very fast correction, meaning that you have more time to correct and choppy, right, and create the choppiness, which would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You're going to break out. This will be your ultimate higher low level. Or the double zigzag, right? The most bearish case scenario that I see, which is actually taking out this low and then getting the recovery. So we have some news later on, guys. Trade safe, the levels, the setups, the scenarios are explained, how to enter, how to wait for the recovery of the fake out, and basically the target zones as well, which mainly, you know, is looking for these highs to be taken at some point based on the liquidity and based on the high probability on the price action. If you enjoyed the explanation, guys, of, you know, what are the different movements that could happen, how to enter a trading setup, make sure to destroy the like button, guys. Much appreciated, because that's what I need. The like button is the energy for me to come live and go through the technical analysis. I also like the flat. Perhaps 𝗬𝗏𝗫 deserves a shout out. Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. Where is he? Is he here? Yeah, without a doubt, guys. If you want to see good Elliott wave theory analysis, you need to go and check out 𝗬𝗏𝗫, my man. Well, I do have him here somewhere. Let me just double check here. If you haven't checked out 𝗬𝗏𝗫's trading, guys, he is an absolute master in Elliott wave theory, guys. Absolute master. Go and check him out, guys. This is his channel right over here. Hang on a second. Let me just, so you can see his name. Shout out to him. I was jumping on his live stream yesterday. He gave me a shout out. It's time for a shout out for him. If you want to learn Elliott wave theory, guys, without a doubt, he's an absolute master. He talks about bullish, bearish case. Check him out, guys. 𝗬𝗏𝗫's trading. Very, very good educational channel looking at technical analysis on Bitcoin. It's absolutely awesome, guys. There's not many channels that I do like about technical analysis, but, you know, if you want an opinion on somebody professional, you want to go and check out this guy, right? He's absolutely awesome. Go and check him out, guys. 𝗬𝗏𝗫's trading. Shout out to him. So regarding the confluence scenarios, guys, those are the confluence areas, right? Where we do have the daily open, the 618 Fibonacci. We want to see that fake out. If we were to break down best scenario is a double bottom, golden pocket from the low to the high, and a possibility of that recovery, just because we are looking for another possible wave up here, right? Another possible wave, because this is very one wavy and you got a two wavy on the formation. We kind of need another wave here, right? Which could be very bullish or just a regular move up here, right? If we do get that leg up, according to the levels of yesterday as well, I mean, this is just a big level. I mean, I think a lot of you are already paying attention to this level. Just let's imagine that the price suddenly rockets, and maybe we get bullish news, guys, with the, well, maybe the interest rate decision is going to be bullish, whatever happens, right? I think it's very likely going to be 4.5. Nothing much is going to, I don't think there's going to be a rate cut. Or maybe yes, maybe 25 basis point. I don't know. I haven't even checked the probabilities. But if it is very bullish and we get a massive move up, the level of Bitcoin to get a reaction is without a doubt the point of control of this range, right? I mean, this is a zone of rejection. Test the lower highs right there, which would be kind of in confluence of sweeping up all of this liquidity, right? Heading to $105,000, just wipe up all of that short liquidation and then get the pullback. What is interesting about this level is that we do have the golden pocket from all-time high to the pivot low of Monday, right? When we get Fibonacci retracement, I mean, that is a level of confluence, right? This is a zone where the price could definitely get a rejection, okay? So it's a level that you need to have ready for, wait it to be hit, because I know some people might jump into a short earlier than expected. Guys, wait. These levels are usually hit and you usually get the level hit and the rejection, okay? So need to wait for that level to be hit. Don't enter earlier and don't enter on the breakout, right? If you do not reject, you don't enter the short. Simple as, right? Let's go right away. Please reply. I am going through the comment section right away. Enough Bitcoin. Enough is enough, right? We've done Bitcoin. Enough is enough. It is time for comment section right away. Comment section right now as we get that like button. And by the way, if you are interested in trading, remember, guys, weeks, my goodness. I'm absolutely loving weeks because you just need an email and a password to sign up. And you get 50% fee reduction just using my link down below. Okay, guys, check out the link down below, which is the second one. Just an email and a password, deposit bonus, 50% fee cut. You want to trade on weeks, guys, check it out. Let's go right away. Are we getting a bounce? Let's go right away through the comment section. Shall we take a look at some altcoins? We are pretty depressed with altcoins, I have to say. I'm depressed with many altcoins. I mean, except for Chainlink. Chainlink's are doing okay. You know, we got 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽 just going down. You know, I think we are close to bottoming out, but it's still heavily downtrending. Looking for a bottom formation, very, very close to happen. Same for ICP, same for 𝗖𝗍. You know, I do think that a lot of altcoins are very close and bottoming out. Okay, so shall we take a look at some altcoins? We can do that. Avalanche would be cool, says Jonathan. Nikolai says, can you take a look at OpenFabric AI, OFN? Thank you, Andy. Nikolai, we can do that as well. It's time for quick altcoin reviews, guys. Quick altcoin reviews. Let's take a look at Avalanche first of all. This has to be you know, one of the top 10 L1s, right? One of the top 10 L1s. Let's take a look at this one right away. Avalanche. And yeah, I mean, I like this box. This, for me, this is a good reaccumulation box zone. And I would consider more this as an accumulation area, right? Or very low leverage swing long. You know, we're talking about a 2.5x, maybe 3x if you're entering with very, very small amounts of capital. We always have the risk we always have the risk on the price action getting aggressive and, you know, maybe sweeping up the lows. I mean, this would be the worst case scenario. In the case of Avalanche, you know, that would be over a 40% drop if we were to sweep up the lows here from 2024, right? This is something that we do not want to see. You know, I'm still leaning on the possibility on Avalanche. You know, I have some doubts here that this could be the end, right? And what is forming here is a much larger correction, either a triangle here, right? Or a kind of a double zigzag kind of move here. You know, I have my doubts. There are some doubts here that I do have, but overall, the price of Avalanche is looking very wedgy. It's very wedgy. It is very corrective. It is just that classic slow death that a lot of people are just kind of about to throw the towel, right? People are like, there's no altcoin season coming, guys, okay? There's no altcoin season. Look at altcoins, you know, for the last couple of months, they're just bleeding. Bitcoin dominance is going up, right? There's more attention on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. You know, there's just millions of altcoins created in the last year. You know, it's just, is there enough liquidity to go to all of my altcoins? You know, there are doubts. There are many, many doubts, guys, on altcoins. You know, will they recover as we want them to recover? I strongly believe, just based on the analysis, right? I'm keeping it simple on the higher time frame legends. The moment on some altcoins that we have not tested the March highs, and I do believe that they will be tested in the next coming months, is the moment that I'm going to DCA out. That I'm going to DCA out very aggressively. I got out at the March highs on Constellation DAG, on 𝗬𝗏 Network, on... Yeah, there's only a bunch, guys. There's only a bunch, not many. Constellation DAG, 𝗬𝗏 Network, PRQ was one of them that I managed to scratch the March highs. My goodness. It's just, yeah, now I can buy up, right? Made some gains, and now I can, you know, really buy up. But I'm remaining a little bit more patient now at the moment. There's no signs of that the bottom is in for altcoins just yet. So regardless of whatever happens here, on Avalanche, okay, I mean, it's still a 2x, guys. It's still a real, you can double your money in the next coming months on Avalanche. You can hold on a 20, 30, 40% loss, unrealized loss for the next coming weeks. And that is not fun, guys, but it is what it is. But the probability of coming all the way up to hit this high from March in 2024 is extremely high, and there's only one main reason why. You either form an ABC, and what we are looking at here is a multi-year bear market, right? Multi-year bear market, or you get the explosive third wave. You actually explode out here on Avalanche above $66, the March highs of 2024, and you absolutely rip in the next coming months. Time will tell if it will be explosive or it will be, you know, not too explosive. You basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we form this kind of price action in the next coming months. I would be very skeptical. This could be an ABC, and we're just entering that bear market, right? So regardless, this pivot is where I want to take, you know, most of my positions out, and I'm talking about 50% plus. We'll leave a moon bag. We can leave a moon bag. Okay, so I mean, that's my overall plan, guys. It's simple, it's easy, it's effective, right? 𝗬𝗏 Network, Constellation DAG. There is a bunch that did not reach the March highs, guys. Kadena, you know, I had some pretty nice gains on Kadena. And it's literally at entry zone. This was extremely disappointing for me, because I was just a few cents, and I was checking the price action, and I was like, let's get that push up so I can exit at the highs. Many did reach the March highs. Many did, but many didn't as well, right? Depending on how many altcoins you have. This is one of them that I was, I had tens of thousands of dollars here of profit, and I'm back at entry zone. 60, 70 cents was my, this is break even at the moment. And this actually did over a 3x. But I had a strategy, guys. The strategy was to get out 50% out at the March highs, and we missed it. But then, 𝗲 network, we need to hold on strong. If you did not get out according to the plan of the accumulation, guys, hey, I'm sharing my plan and you can do whatever you want. I was very much explaining that I'm going to get the heck out with 50% of my bags that I bought here in this zone. I would have been pissed off with myself if I did not take, most of the profits here, right? Over 50%. I would have been pissed off right now, just like Cadena, right? They just missed it by a few cents, that March high. So 𝗲 network did take out the high. PRQ just did round about a 3x. It's still good. This was the exit strategy. Accumulation zone, we get out here with over 50%. Get out as you're breaking out. Constellation DAG is actually one made in USA that also played out very nicely, giving over a 4x gain, right? This was from the accumulation, and this one, almost missed. So I managed to exit successfully at the highs, double top, from the accumulation here between September and October. This was a good call. Buy the bottom, sell the high. Still got a moon bag, and it's still doing pretty okay. So diversification, guys. Some altcoins will do epics. Some coins will do not do anything, like Umbrella. Umbrella is one of my low cap coins that is pretty much, it's just at the average buying zone, which is the bottom. It's at break-even levels, right? Actually slightly down on this one. Slightly down. These are low cap coins. You want to be cautious. You want to go a little bit heavier on the larger cap ones, right? Such as Bitcoin eventually, right? Ethereum, Chainlink, Solana, XRP, right? Maybe not now XRP in my opinion, but that's you take it with a pinch of salt. Let's go right away through more altcoins, guys. Okay, so that's just my opinion. I'm not doing that bad, actually. I'm doing pretty good. There's just a bunch of altcoins, a handful of altcoins that are just, lots of them are at entry zones, right? Break even. So, sorry, my bad. We're going to take a look at Avalanche because we did not, Avalanche. What I said is, I am looking for the March highs to be taken. Just be ready to exit and take profit. Because we don't know if it's going to be a ABC or it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, and we're going to get a massive breakout, head up above $100. We just don't know. We just don't know. What I do know, there's high probability in taking out this high, and what I don't know is how explosive the break is going to be. So, according to Avalanche right now locally, could we consider? And I'll go through the super chats right away, guys. Give us a second here. Is this a good double 1, 2, because we need to start thinking of this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be an expanding move, and this is horrible. This is horrible. This means that we might just double top here if we are forming an expanding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would not like this price action if we reject, which we will likely get a first rejection. It is an exit zone. Just because if it is an expanding move, there is danger of this being a B, expanding wave C, right? There is some danger, and obviously the most bullish case scenario is that it is a successful 1, 2, 1, 2, and you form a big explosive third wave out, which is what we would want to, right? We would want the price to do that. But this is coming to a solid base. reaccumulation zone. We got the point of control of this range, the value area high, a solid multi-monthly accumulation that should be maintaining pretty nicely, right? Regardless of the choppiness and slightly more downtrend. This is a good base to hold in the next coming weeks, not months, right? Where I would be expecting the price to bottom out. Let's see how many likes. Can we take a look at 𝗬𝗄 token? Pumped so hard. 𝗬𝗄 token. Let's take a look at 𝗬𝗄 right away for my man Robert. Let's take a look. 𝗬𝗄 is doing pretty damn good throughout the last few days, but you know the deal. you know the deal. This is not a good buying zone. This is getting massive choppiness at the highs. Look what happened here. This is an exit zone, guys. Whew. I mean, as it is the third attempt, could it manage to break out? I don't know. If I would have been in this coin from buying a few months ago, I would be taking 50% out, that is for sure, and leave a moon bag. This is not a zone to really be extremely bullish on, right? Very choppy, not much to analyze right there. Charles, your message got deleted by Devilt. I'm trying to go through the comment section. I do think Coon said he was going to join on the live stream to say hello, but regardless, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him around. Devilt, my man. No shilling, please. Very true, very true. No shilling on the channel. Illuvium got lower than bear market. Illuvium is one of them that, yeah, I'm holding a 20-30% loss on this one. I bought a bag, just a few $1,000s. I bought a bag on this at $40 on average. Literally, this was one of them that, you know, as you do have cash on the sidelines, I was like, okay, I will scoop up a bit of this, scoop up a bit of that, right? And I'm like, okay, you know, Illuvium looks pretty damn good to scoop up some here. So I'm going to scoop up some here at the $40 just before we break out from this wedgie structure, which we did. I'm like, wow, that was epic. And didn't sell anything, guys. You know, I'm literally down. I was up about 50-60%. And now I'm down, I don't know what is it, guys, about 30% or so on the spot bag of Illuvium. I mean, it wasn't nothing too serious. Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty good. Everything pointed out that it was looking good. So if you are bullish on this project, I mean, it is still a cool project. It is active, great developers, great roadmap. I mean, this is literally at the bear market lows. So if you want to buy cheap, this is cheap right now. Whoever bought in 2024 on the pumps is down big time, right? You do not want to buy any of this coin on the pumps. So yeah, we detected the consolidation at the bear market lows, so there's nothing better than buying at a base. And now we're just literally at the bottom of the base. So yeah, I would expect that people would be more interested in buying this coin at these levels than actually selling. So I wouldn't expect too much selling pressure on Illuvium here at $28-27. I would actually expect people interested in buying. So I have to say, this is not a level to panic. It's a level to actually scoop some, right? Because you're basically at the bear market lows. You know, you would be expecting a recovery here of some kind, even though that you form a lower high. Even though you form a lower high, you would expect this area to get some kind of bounce in the coming weeks, guys. You know, so if you want to buy low and be in profit in the next coming weeks, you know, this is the best zone to do so. 28, 25, 26, you know, hey, give or take. You know, in this range, you likely will be in the green in the coming weeks. You are going to expect a bounce on this one, even though the downtrend continues. Could it be a bounce and you know, you hit the golden pocket from this movement down and then you just form another low in the next coming, and you just form a gigantic wedge for the next coming months. Regardless, it is the zone to bounce. It's pretty clear. 50% likes. Let's go. Illuvium got violated, guys. Hey, I'm gonna be, totally transparent. This was one of those coins because throughout September, October, we were just talking about opportunities, right? As in spot buy, as an investment. We are a trading channel, but when we realized there could be some investment opportunities, we were like September, October, and November was like, guys, this one, Constellation DAG, Fowler Network, Cadena, bang, bang, bang. Talking about a couple of dozen of different coins where we had opportunities, and Illuvium was one of them, which, it got the breakout, and now it's at unrealized losses. I have to say, there's just no, we need to be transparent here, right? It's one of the coins that I'm in the loss, guys. I am losing on this one. Eventually, it's an extremely small amount in the portfolio, so it's not really affecting the portfolio too much. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go through 𝗖. 𝗖 is one of them that I've just been scooping up, all right, throughout the last week. I have to say, I'm slightly in the red on this one because I bought at 35 cents, a bit at 40 cents, 39 cents. Thinking of scooping up a little bit more, but I'm going to remain a little bit patient, okay? I want to see a little bit of a sign of strength here. I want to see a breakout of the wedge. I want to see a bottom formation. I want to see some sideways momentum. Try and detect an inverted head and shoulder structure here, right? Throughout the next coming weeks or something. Just find a base, and I will go in more heavily, right? But for the moment, it is kind of still very downtrending. I would expect it to bottom out at some point soon. But let's just wait just in case, this actually drops down to 20 cents. Then I'll be like, wow, I was buying too aggressively the downtrend. I mean, this is the perfect example on Avalanche. There is a live stream on Avalanche, guys, where we literally detected the right shoulder. And this is where I bought Avalanche, below $30, detecting the right shoulder of this inverted head and shoulder. This was the ultimate, there's got to be a few live streams here in October, in between October and November, where we had talked about Avalanche and the inverted head and shoulder, talking about this being an impulse and this being very close to the end of the correction and being a massive opportunity to buy up. And it was literally talking about the right shoulder here after this wick, saying we're likely going to form a higher low in this zone. So this is what we would want to see on the lower time frames, because it does feel like, okay, just so we talk about a bit of common sense here, guys, it just looks like that on 𝗖, we are kind of in this momentum right now. Let me just put the replay here, right? It's like, is this going to be the low on Avalanche? Right? I have that feeling on 𝗖 that we need to kind of, my goodness, this mouse and Tradingview today is not playing ball. I think we need to kind of form that low, maybe another low, and get a bit of sideways momentum and an inverted head and shoulder kind of formation here, right? Kind of a bottom sideways momentum, just like we did start forming on Avalanche, which we did detect. We did detect that right shoulder formation right here in that price action, right? We knew that we were squeezing out of the wedgie move sideways, and this is a classic move where you form an inverted head and shoulder as you break out from the wedge. So this is kind of what I would like to see, get some signs that this downtrend that we've formed throughout the last few weeks is finishing, right? Right, so get a pop here, sideways momentum to the downside, and, you know, form that kind of inverted head and shoulder, get a bit of sideways momentum and say, okay, guys, this could be the moment, right? This could be the moment that we actually going to start reversing very aggressively. So it's a matter of being a little bit patient till I actually come aggressively to say, guys, I'm all in right now, right? This is, if you take a look at my live streams from October, November, I have some crazy titles and all in on this crypto, all in on this, right? And just saying, look, guys, the reversal is days away, possibly, right? And I want to have that feeling on these different altcoins, which I don't have yet. I don't have that feeling of all in, right? Bottom formation forming. Render, please, says Big Don 25. Big Don 25, I recognize your little logo. You know, you were the winner last week of a 500 giveaway, right? $500 giveaway, USDT. I recognize your name and your little Chinese logo there. Big Don 25, who was the winner of a $500 US Tether giveaway. Let's take a look at Render. Why not, my man? RNDR. Let's take a look at Render on the chart. Boo, dropping down very aggressively here. Woof. Yeah, it has had a significant drop the last few days. We were trying to hold this base. We got the lower high trend here. This is still bullish, I have to say. The main reason why this still looks bullish is because of this 3-wave move on Render in 2024. I think 2025 will be good for Render. It will get a pretty decent recovery just because of this correction that's happened. It's a very 3-wavy move. Very 3-wave, which is corrective on Render. And now you get a 3-wave move up. And as you've retraced all the way up here to the 7/8 Fibonacci, it decreases the probability that you're going to form a double zigzag. So claiming the lows on Render at $3.40 is unlikely. So what are we looking at here is possibly maybe a large triangle here for the next coming weeks, and then get a breakout and you're forming a WXY. It still looks extremely corrective. I mean, the most bullish case is a double 1-2-1-2, and this has been the zigzag ABC. The 1-2-1-2 is still possible, but you're kind of getting to the limit zone right now, which is the 7/8 Fibonacci, right? 7/8 needs to hold if you want to consider a double 1-2, which you got the lows, first wave, second wave, first wave, and second wave, right? You're kind of at the limit area to consider the bullish case, either a double 1-2 or an expanding move, which would not be looking too great. So yeah, for any trend line lovers, you got the higher low support, which is literally at the 0.88 Fibonacci from the lows to the highs. Yeah, it seems like this could be a nice level for bouncing on Render, at least in the short term. Yeah, very possibly that Render could bottom out here at the $5 range. But we just got this drop a few days ago. So Render, I think we need to be a little bit more patient, guys. We want to see some sideways momentum. We want to see something, some kind of bottoming out formation. We're not going to V-shape, right, in the next coming days. I think that is unlikely. So yeah, just remaining a little bit patient. GPU, please node AI. I'm afraid to even look, says Jimbo. Let's take a look at this one for Jimbo. Hi, Andy. How's it going? I've been gone for almost a month, says Thiago. Thiago, my man, gone for a month. I need to do one of those epic holidays, right, where I just disappear from the face of the earth. Maybe go to Thailand, or maybe go to, I don't know, Vietnam or wherever, right? Get lost and just do not do anything, which I could, not for a month, for many months, even years. But I like this, guys. You know, I like YouTube. I like my trading, but one day I will do it. That is for sure. And I hope all of you guys, you know, have made the millions as well. But we need those altcoins to pop, right? I mean, I'm pretty good already with Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Ethereum as my biggest holdings. But anyway, let's take a look at GPU, please. Node AI. Let's take a look at Node AI, which is GPU as ticker symbol. GPU as ticker symbol right away. Hiya. 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 Yo. Let's just take a look at the volume profile, right? I mean, hey, this is coming to the largest, highest volume node that we have from the price action of this crypto GPU. Big consolidation that has left a high volume node. This is literally where we at. Would I consider this a good level where the price is going to find support? 0.88 Fibonacci. We already got an epic bounce, guys, from the 0.88, right? From the lows to the highs, 0.88 fib with the point of control of the last year. I mean, this did get a nice bounce of, to the top of the wick, 40, almost 50%. It's got an epic 50% bounce from the 0.88. I mean, it could be a level where it double bottoms. It could maintain our support. This is the accumulation zone from 2024 on this coin. A lot of volume, a lot of buying going on here. I don't think much people would be interested in selling here. This could be a reaccumulation zone that could happen in the next coming weeks where it might bottom out, which it does make sense. Let's take a look at the 0.88 right away on the lower time frames, just out of curiosity, because the 0.88 with the point of control of the last year is, you know, we got a pretty nice bounce. I mean, for trading, this is epic. Got a beautiful bounce from the 0.88 of almost 50%. Yeah, I think this is, we need to go sideways, right? We need to find proof of support. I would consider this as a correction, but yeah, we know the deal, guys. These altcoins are just creating a pump and a dump back down to the base, and then just trades there for several weeks. Once we form that base, then we can be pretty sure that there is a high probability that the price selling pressure has got exhausted and we will get a reversal. But we're moving down so aggressively the last couple of weeks, guys. This is still a very aggressive move down. I don't know when this is going to stop. I don't know when this is going to stop. So we need to stop to realize, guys, the price has stopped selling. This might reverse, right? It's like, you know, there's no secret science behind this. It needs to stop. So we realize it stopped for a few weeks and we could get the reversal, right? So anyway, remember, guys, if you are interested in trading, weeks for me is starting to be a very good exchange to trade Bitcoin and crypto, because you just need an email and a password, and you got the biggest bonus down below, guys. 20K bonus. The more you trade and deposit, the more bonuses you're going to get, more airdrops that you can use for trading, and you only get 50% fee discount using the link in the description, guys. If you want to trade crypto, Bitcoin, and hundreds of altcoins, weeks, without a doubt, is the place to go. Bybit is my number one. I've been trading there for over 7 years right now. Bybit is always good, but, you know, they do ask for some documentation, as you know, okay? So if you can't trade on Bybit, Weeks is a great alternative, but Bybit for me has always been my favorite. Regarding Bitcoin, not much more to talk about Bitcoin, guys. we've had some pretty boring price action for the last few days. I mean, Tuesday was extremely boring. We did get the leg down to come to our entry zone on that speculation setup that we were talking about on yesterday's stream. This played out nicely, guys. We did drop below 100,900 when we got the fake out, and we did get a nice bounce of $2,000 throughout, between yesterday and today. So this was a good entry, from yesterday's stream. So now the next scenarios have been explained, guys. The first 30 minutes to 1 hour of the stream is Bitcoin analysis, looking at the internal setups. And it's mainly focused on scalping. We ain't talking about Bitcoin's going to go to all-time high or it's going to break down to 90,000. We're still very rangy, and we have reasons to believe we are going to be rangy still for the next coming weeks even, because of this movement, right? Weeks or days, maybe a few more days because of this range. But remember that we do have news today, so we might get a bit of volatility. Interest rate decision is coming in about 5 hours from now, less than 5 hours. Interest rate decision and Fed press conference. Be careful with your trading, guys. We could absolutely collapse, or we could absolutely moon to all-time high as we get the news out. Are you streaming the news later, Andy? I might be streaming the news later on tonight. It's late night. I would rather be in bed at 11 o'clock. I know I wake up early, guys. I need to go to my CrossFit class, right? I need to keep fit in the morning, get those toxins out for my trading day, right? It's always important, guys. If you don't do sport in the morning, a bit of cardio or even walking and just fresh start, guys. There's nothing better to get your sport activity first thing in the morning, 6, 7 a.m., maybe 8 a.m. if you're a lazy booger. Get it out so you're relaxed and you're concentrated, right? It's very good indeed, guys. It's part of success. Do a bit of sport in the morning, eat healthy. I've actually eaten a shawarma today, which is not good. Not good. Anyway, awesome. RC. Dog therapy. Dog therapy is very good. I got 2 dogs. They do help me in my trading journey. I can tell you that. Because when I lose a trade and I get wrecked, which is, I never get wrecked. I do lose trades. I get stopped out. I would just go and cry to them and hug my dogs and say, oh, I lost a trade. And they give me a lot of love. They give me a lot of love, I have to say. I'm a dog lover. Anyway, enough nonsense. Let's go right away and continue with the comment section. How long have you been trading? Yeah, let's just do a little bit of Q&A and a bit of chit chat here. I've been learning technical analysis and trading since 2017. I did not become profitable till mid 2019. So it did take me about 2.5 years. The first 2 years were horrible. And 2019 was my biggest loss, which was $20,000, $19,000, which, it did take me a few months to get me to have $19,000 of profit in 2019. It did take me about 4 months on average, and I lost it on a very, very toxic swing position where I was adding to the position. This is why throughout the last few years about adding to position and stuff like that, guys, you're never going to hear me talk about it unless it's a very small position and we have an average trading zone, which I would say, okay, we can risk 0.5 and risk another 0.5 here, and that is it. But I got into a very toxic position in 2019 and I lost $20,000, which was a lot of money for me back then. I was just building up my capital and my investments. I got into Bitcoin and crypto in 2018. 2018 was when I was starting to buy crypto. I managed to accumulate my first Bitcoin in 2018 when it was just an average of $6,000, $7,000. It was my average price that I purchased my first Bitcoin. And eventually when you get 1 Bitcoin, you want 2 Bitcoin. And when you want 2, you want 3, right? So overall, that's the story behind that. I never paid attention to the price. I realized the stock to flow module, how revolutionary Bitcoin was going to be. that it was going to hit 100,000 and $1 million, right? You have that mentality. So it's not about the price. It's about how many Bitcoin can you manage to accumulate, right, in your lifetime. And obviously, for me, to get one Bitcoin, which was $6,000 on average when I started in crypto in 2018, it was a lot of money still, right? So I had to like buy $500, then $1,000, and then I'm like, I got my first Bitcoin. That's great. Now let's try and get 2 Bitcoin, right? So you kind of have that mentality, and this has played very well for me throughout the last few years, as you know, right? If you have that mentality back then you will succeed with no doubt. It doesn't matter what price it is, 3,000, 10,000, 6,000. Just buy 1, 2, 3, 4, and you start with that accumulation, which is an addiction. It was an addiction. How many Bitcoin can I accumulate before we really rock it, right? Which is going to be more expensive to accumulate Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, I think that was it was one of the best strategies that I applied when I got into Bitcoin. I was reading the Bitcoin Standard and understanding Bitcoin and how revolutionary it was going to be. And just buy 1, then buy 2, then, you know, and it just, you continue like that. And that's how the story began. And eventually everything was playing out very nicely after the C19. I was becoming very profitable in 2020. The C19 crash came, which portfolio went 70% down, which was fine. I just managed to buy a bit more of spare cash that I had, which was not much. I just had a few $1,000s to buy more because I already was invested like 95% into crypto. So anyway, that's a little bit of the story there. But it did take me quite a bit of time to really understand all of the different techniques and trading styles to start become profitable, because the first 2 years was wrecked city in trading, that is for sure. Anyway, let's go. Some people might learn faster depending on where you're learning technical analysis, how dedicated you are. In 2018, there wasn't, 17 actually, I started with the stock market. There wasn't much. There was so many courses and bad courses online. I purchased a dozen of courses online, and this is good, this is bad. I can mix this strategy with that strategy. It's all about learning how to read the chart, basically. And yeah, I mean, you can take less than 6 months to be a profitable trader. It all depends on your dedication and where you learn, right? Anyway, let's, what do you think about XRP, meme coins like 𝗕𝗶𝗆𝗫? I don't know what this is. It's an XRP meme coin. What do I think about XRP memes? I don't know. Maybe they might succeed. I mean, wow. I mean, XRP ledger ecosystem. I don't think there's many, right? Yeah, there's not many XRP meme coins. There's just a few dozen. I don't know. Maybe they might succeed. I have no idea. This is like, just because XRP has done well, 𝗙𝗡𝗄, this is like pure speculation. I have no idea. The community behind it, let's stay real. Put a bit of play money. You might do a 20, 30x in the next coming months. Maybe, right? I have no opinion on this. This is for me a pure gamble. It might be yes, maybe no. So you would just put a bit of play money that you don't mind losing, right? Will it succeed or not? Or will it just be a slow death and it won't do anything for the next coming years? Solana is going to $650, says Luke. Absolutely, why not? I think it can go to higher levels. Solana has been the most attractive L1 blockchain project throughout this cycle. Why not? It is the leading one, that is for sure. Ethereum has not got too much attention, but it will at some point. 𝗕𝗶𝗆𝗫, not 𝗙𝗡𝗃, 𝗕𝗶𝗃. Yeah, 𝗕𝗶𝗃. I don't know. Same thing. Phonic coin. This is on Avalanche. not on XRP. This is on Avalanche. Yeah, Avalanche, same thing, guys. You know, this is, you never know with this one, with these ones. How do you think 𝗬𝗍 will do in this cycle? 𝗬𝗍 has done very well already in this cycle. I know 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽 bought a significant bag of 𝗬𝗍 when we were trading at the $1 range here. And yeah, eventually this was a good buying zone without a doubt. Right now on 𝗬𝗍, I have to say, this could be a speculative. I mean, let's take a look at 𝗬𝗍 here from the creation. Let's see if it does load. I mean, 𝗬𝗍 launched and we got a correction. You could arguably discuss that this has been your wave 3 and we're going to get one more leg up on 𝗬𝗍. One more leg up to all-time high. This is already a bull run, guys. Perfect touch at the 2.618 extension on the Fibonacci from this wave. A very extensive third wave. And I have to say, this has already formed a bull run. This is already done over a 10x. Bull run starts in the bear market. It doesn't start at the end stages of the bull run where we're literally at the last stage of the bull run and altcoins are just, some of them haven't done absolutely crap, right? So I would speculate that this is going to consolidate in the coming weeks and it's going to form another leg to the upside. And for the moment, your best shot of the price bottoming out is in this region, in between $3.60 and $2.80 for your wave 4 formation without hitting the golden pocket, right? And, you know, preferably even sweeping up this higher low. This would be ideal. This is an epic long position area, guys. The 50% Fibonacci sweeping up this higher low right there on 𝗬𝗍. I would set some alerts personally because this 50% Fibonacci, which is a common target for your wave 4, is sweeping up a higher low right there. A higher time frame, higher low, which is without a doubt bouncing level, and it would be perfect according to Elliott wave theory to get that bounce there to all-time high again. But I think the next leg to the upside, we've already hit the 382. We're getting a small reaction here the last couple of days. 382 the last 2 days we did hit it, got a little bounce of 5-10%. I'm not sure how much, but it's getting a little bounce as we can see on the chart. But I think the next leg up will be the last one. Regardless of where it bottoms out, the next leg up will be the last one. It's the last move up because what comes next is a bear market. This is a bull run. This is a bull market. This is a bull run. So yeah, how high do you want the price to go, right? Going to $20, $30 or something like that is being unrealistic. This is the last push up on the bull run. Some will do a 10x, some will do a 3x, some will do a 2x, some will do a 5x, right? But forget about these high caps making 20, 30x's, guys. It's not happening. So we need to stay grounded and realistic. Trump coin, will it go up more? Trump coin is without a doubt interesting, the price action that it is forming right now at the moment. The Trump coin is forming very interesting price action. I like the kind of round formation that it's forming at this order block. I have to say, it does look pretty interesting. And we only need one tweet coming out from Mr. President to pump up the price. He will come up with a tweet, guys, or something to break out this downtrend and we are bottoming out, and maybe his friends are accumulating in this zone so they can profit in the next leg up. I have to say, it just looks, it's the perfect storm. We need one tweet from the president to talk about, guys, if you buy official Trump coin, you'll be getting 50% tax, right, discount. I don't know, something ridiculous like that. I don't think that would happen, but anything that would create a bullish reaction, and this is the perfect zone to do so, right? It's really kind of bottoming out. So I think it looks pretty good for a recovery where it is right now in the next coming weeks. Andy, are you American? No, I am from Spain. I got a British mother and I am not American. BTC to new all-time high. Yeah, that is going to happen. That is likely going to happen. Bitcoin to new all-time high for sure. What is forming here is extremely corrective. I mean, from this all-time high, we formed a three-wave move, which is not giving us the chance for an impulsive move down. So it's pretty simple to understand that everything that's happening here is corrective, and this was not a wave 5 or was not an impulsive move, just because we got that nice volatility here in the middle, which is common for not an end of a structure. You got either a three-wave move here or the end of a wave here, and here you have kind of a flat move, and here you have a triangle, and now you're forming a zigzag, or you're forming another triangle. I don't know, but this is not impulsive down, that is for sure. So whatever's happening here is still part of a correction because of this movement up and this funny price action that we formed here, which is not an end of an impulse. So we would expect the price, whatever it does here, that it is going to claim all-time highs again in the next coming weeks, if not days. So does he sound American? I don't think so. Anyway, legends, let me know any more. Andy, can you check 𝗶, please? 𝗶 is one that I am surprised that it has not gained some momentum. 𝗶 is getting destroyed. I mean, this was a coin that launched, which, you know, is supposed to be a much better oracle, according to them and many other 𝗶 followers, right? 𝗶 army, that it's a much better oracle than Chainlink. I mean, it's ranked number 2 as an oracle, but I think we have a very similar price action to 𝗖 and to, basically to 𝗖. Yeah, it's kind of at the limit zone to bottom out, I have to say. Still very aggressive. Like mentioned on Avalanche, what we want to see is a squeeze out sideways momentum from this aggressive downtrend wedgie structure. Start going sideways in the next coming days, where we can detect that this could be the bottom and we're looking for a reversal, right? When you have such an aggressive downtrend, right? Something like this. The moment you start going sideways, you can speculate in a reversal. It wasn't the best one, but overall it did reverse for several months here. So I think we are looking at the same scenario here, but on a lower time frame, where we want to get that momentum out in the next couple of weeks to realize that we could be bottoming out and we could reverse the price action, right? So it is still very aggressively downtrending, still very aggressively downtrending. The moment we start going sideways from that aggressive wedgie structure, we can start thinking of the reversal, right? In simple explanation, you're looking at the chart. So I think we could be very close, but we're still moving down quite aggressively the last few days. We need to squeeze out sideways here, and then move up. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 says hare. All right, my man, don't get angry. 𝗖𝗿, what is this? 𝗖𝗿. Let's take a look at it on CoinGecko. What is this one? 𝗖𝗿. We're just flip-flopping into different 𝗤𝗿. Okay. Flip-flopping on different altcoins here, guys. Oh my goodness. 𝗤𝗿. Yeah, is in a steep downtrend. 𝗖𝗿. Let's take a look at 𝗖𝗿. Bitcoin analysis. Anybody that is joining now the live stream or dropping off, the first hour is focused on Bitcoin and day trading, scalping setups and levels and different scenarios according to Elliott wave theory as well. Looking at Fibonacci, guys. Check out the first 30 minutes to 1 hour if you want to look at the Bitcoin technical analysis. Now we're just flip-flopping into some altcoins, right? Just speculating on what we could see for the next coming weeks, see if there is any opportunities. If you want to check out Bitcoin, it's on the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of the stream. All right. Muy importante. I know some people want to see Bitcoin only, right? Well, the analysis and the waves and the different possibilities, just like yesterday, we get a move down at $100,900. We dip below, we get back above. Trading opportunity was here. We talk about some different levels and what we could see for a trading setup with good risk management on the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of the stream, guys. Go and check it out if you want any new joiners. 𝗤𝗿, 𝗖𝗿. Let's take a look at this right away. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, this is like slow death on this one. Wow, whoever's been buying this for the last few weeks is not happy. 𝗤𝗿. This rings a bell. I have heard of this crypto. It's not doing well at all for the moment. Very aggressively slow death here, I have to say. It's still aggressively downtrending throughout the last few weeks. A bit of sideways momentum could give us a sign of reversal, but for the moment it is not, right? Very aggressive downtrend, a little bit of sideways momentum, giving us a sign of selling pressure exhaustion, and we get a pop. So same thing, we need a little bit of sideways momentum for the next pop. This could still downtrend here for the next coming days. So we're keeping it simple. Smash the like button for more alts, says Werner. Absolutely. I'm not sure how many likes we do have. Lay integrates with DeepSeeker. DeepSeek, really? Layer AI integrates with DeepSeek. Did we have a book? I mean, this is one of the altcoins that I'm holding in a loss big time. Okay, but I'm just gonna hold. Did Layer AI integrates with DeepSeek? Really? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. How many likes do we have, legends? And we will continue with the stream. Let's get to 500 likes at least. Oh, 500 likes. Let's get to 500 likes, legends. And we are going to be back. Yes. They tweeted something on X about it. Gailian, Lay, I'm going to take a look at that. We can take a look at that later on. File, please. Thank you. Let's take a look at Filecoin. Why not? Drop off your altcoins. We'll be flip-flopping into some different altcoins. This was a scenario that we were looking at, but we broke down here. not good. Yeah, we did not form the D wave. We did not bounce here on a speculative WXY structure. So it's turning out more as a double zigzag. There was two scenarios here, either a double zigzag. We did not get one more leg up here and one more leg down. That would have been looking pretty interesting. So this scenario was invalidated with the breakdown just a few days ago. And now Filecoin is literally just testing the lows from the price action in December. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this one, we did get a beautiful resistance support flip. I mean, could we see these highs maintain as support again? Could this be the bottom formation on this one where we drop down and we recover, right? We sweep up the lows and we start recovering here in the next coming weeks, right? It is possible. It is possible. I would want to see a breakdown first, like a shakeout, and then, you know, a bottom formation. But, you know, it's not looking too bad as a accumulation zone, right? 7/8 Fibonacci just tapped from the pivot low to the pivot high. You know, this could be the area where the price, you know, gets that last shakeout and starts going sideways. I think it's very soon. We're only dropping to this level, so we need to see that same bottom formation. It's too soon. We've only tested these lows the last few days from December. I think we need to see a little bit of a shakeout, last drop, and a bit of sideways momentum. Then we can start thinking of a reversal, guys. Still downtrending very aggressively. BTC is tanking. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right away. It is taking a bit of a hit. Not tanking. You're taking a bit of a drop right now. Yeah, the analysis on Bitcoin has been gone through in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour. Bio protocol and analysis. Is it a scam? Wow. Bio protocol. Is it a scam? I got here from a super chat. Bio protocol. I have no idea if this is a scam or not. But it only just launched a few weeks ago. Is it a scam? I will take a look at it. I mean, 300 million, 750 million fully diluted. Your gateway drug to decentralized scene. Science. We'll take a look at this in my spare time. For the moment, it only just launched a few weeks ago, and you usually on a launch, you do get a dump. The main reason why is because you have private sales, and when the token launches, you know, how much public sale was there on this crypto? I don't know. I don't know the tokenomics, but usually on a launch of a coin, you get VCs, you get investors getting in at cheap levels, and eventually you do create a dump most of the times on a token launch, guys, okay? Unless it's on deck screen, right? And you're getting into a meme coin that is just getting hyped up on these, you know, launches. But usually a solid project that has a good foundation, and it has a good roadmap, and it's been hyped up for many months before the launch, you usually get private investors getting in, okay? This is why, if you wonder why most of the coins that are launched get a dump, it's because private investors are selling because they're already in a profit. Even though if it's 10% that they have unlocked or 20%, doesn't matter. You know, many investors will get rid of the first initial tokens that they bought on the launch. That is a fact. Guys, get the like to 500. Smash the like, says 𝗕𝗫𝗿. Much love to you, 𝗕𝗫𝗿. Anyway, let's, yeah, I'm going to, you know what? We're going to wrap up the stream, guys. We've flip-flopped into some altcoins. The Bitcoin TA and what I expect on Bitcoin is in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour, guys. Taking a look at a bit of Elliott wave theory, the confluence levels, how to get into a trading setup has been explained in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour on Bitcoin. This is where we focus our energy, right, on looking for trading opportunities. And remember, if you are interested in trading, Weeks is a great option, guys. Bybit is my #1. However, Weeks, you know, you get a great bonus. You just need an email and password to log in. You get 50% fee reduction only using my link in the description, guys. It's the second link. So take advantage of Weeks right away because that 50% fee reduction is very juicy, right? And you just need an email and a password and you can start trading. Legends, thank you very much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.